What's up, everybody? I'm JB, and this is my wife, Katie.
Hello.
We've been sitting around talking about our kids and how different people parent and all that good stuff. We got some really good kids.
We do.
We do. People brag on our kids constantly. They constantly tell us how respectful our children are, and yeah, how do you get them to be that respectful and act that well and behave in public? Butt whoopings. Oh, and no, it's not all about butt whoopings. But you cannot be scared to give a child a butt whooping.
You can't.
You can't. That's a big thing that I'm sorry I believe is wrong with the world today is a lack of parenting and butt whoopings. Not only do parents not whip butts anymore for much, well, it's starting to come back. It's starting to come back. And I like that. But not only do we have that, but parents do not want to parent anymore. They just want to set their kid down in front of a TV or in front of a screen somewhere and let the screen do all the parenting for them. That's such a mistake. That's such a mistake. But that's the only way I can get Timmy to chill out and calm down. Well, but take Timmy outside and kick a soccer ball around with him for a little while. Throw a baseball, throw a football. Take him outside. And let him get some fresh air, and maybe he'll chill out a little bit.
The only screen time our
been in the house so long
have,
he's oxygen deprived.
Exactly. Yeah. And just
can't act right.
Sun deprived, nature deprived.
Really. Our kids, the only screen time they get point blank period is when they sit down with us after dinner and watch TV before we go to bed.
We all sit and watch TV as a family, and we have select shows that we watch from when we were growing up or coming up, and we don't watch any of the new stuff. We rarely watch cartoons. If we do, it's Disney.
Old school Disney at that.
Now, we do watch King of the Hill. That is a family favorite.
There's nothing wrong with King.
What's wrong with
King of the Hill?
I was saying it was a cartoon.
Yeah.
We
don't
watch a lot of cartoons, but we do watch King of the Hill.
But
we don't necessarily classify that as a cartoon.
No,
that's just
very true.
Good all-American television right there.
Oh. Now, I did see someone talking about it not too long ago, and I think he's got an awesome idea with it, because they are getting to that age. Just so you know, you don't want the kid in school playing with marbles, talking about, my dad says this is a video game. You don't want that kid.
No.
So we will have to start letting them play games here and there. But I seen a guy talking about it not too long ago, and he's got kids that are about our age, I think. And he said, my kids are going to have the same games that I had growing up at the same times that I had them. Like at the same age points.
Mm-hmm.
So, they need to have PS2s right now. Because PS2s come out when we were
around this age.
Yeah. They were the thing we were around this age.
That tells y'all how old
Need for Speed, Hot Pursuit 2.
They need a GameCube. I just saw one on the marketplace the other day. They need a GameCube.
I never had a GameCube. I don't know
I
nothing.
was a Nintendo kid.
I only had one. Like I said, I grew up the same way. I only had one gaming console my entire childhood, and that was a PS2. And I didn't get my PS2 until I was 13. The PS3 had been out, or the PS3 had just come out by the time I got my PS2.
We had the N64. We had GameCube. We had our little Game Boys and stuff. We didn't have the first PlayStation. We did get a PlayStation 2 a little while after they came out. But
I had the PlayStation.
We were only ever Nintendo.
I was
and
so
Sony.
old. I was so old. PlayStation is Sony.
I know. That's what we never did Xbox or any of that crap.
Forget an Xbox. I was so old by the time I got a PlayStation 2. Like, so I was 13, 12, 13, somewhere around in there. 14, somewhere around in there. When I got a PlayStation 2, I think I was 13, actually. Either way, I had 4-wheelers and dune buggies and go-karts and crap by then. I had better crap to be doing. Like, I would go in there and I would play a game for a little while, and I was like, what's the point in this? I got crap to do, man. Like, you know, I have more interesting things to do with my time than sit here and watch this crap. You know, it was, for me, it was one of those things that I rarely played, and I just played when I absolutely had nothing else to do. Weather was real bad and you couldn't do nothing, but I was usually outside when the weather was bad. I mean, what better time to ride 4-wheelers than when most people consider the weather bad, you know?
I mean, at least nobody's in your way.
Well, I rarely just ran into a lot of traffic out in the woods anyways.
I mean, fair enough. But you're more likely to.
I cannot tell you how many times I was riding a trail through the woods and come across a sumbitch driving a Kia.
I didn't
get out of the way!
No damn bumper to bumper traffic. I'm just saying. Nice day.
You are to see rush hour out on the trails. You really should. It's nuts. Quite literally nuts falling out of the fucking trees. Mm-hmm. About the only traffic, squirrels. If you're riding your 4-wheeler through the woods and you pass, I don't know, a Freightliner, you'd made a wrong turn somewhere. Or either he has. Either way, somebody you should be scared.
Yeah. Yeah, not something you should see on the trails. We played video games a little bit in my house. It wasn't anything like what the kids do these days, but I was in Girl Scouts. I was in Boy Scouts. We were going to concerts. When we were home, I was playing outside. I mean, there were some video games.
When I wasn't doing chores, I was out in the woods. Like, you know, and it hurts me that my children don't have quite that lifestyle, and you can't. Man, so much crap happens these days, but I had so much freedom when I was their age at 8 years old. 8 years old, if my chores were done, no one rarely knew where I was.
In the woods somewhere.
Yeah, he's that way somewhere. Last time I seen him, he was headed west. You know, I didn't need supervision like that. You didn't have to helicopter parent your kids.
No.
You know, I was just turned loose, and it was pure loveliness. I ran all through the woods, man. We were on 173 acres. And then that 173 connected to 360 something over to the north of us. It connected to like 500 to the west. And then it wasn't much to the south. It was only like, I don't know, maybe 150 acres over to the south of us. And then out in front of us, that's where you went back up to the road, you know. Mm-hmm. But I grew up on all that land, just free roaming, just hundreds of acres of land. And, I mean, there was no better way, man. My folks never knew where I was. They didn't even worry about it until about 30 minutes after it got good and dark. I don't mean street lights coming on dark. I mean good and dark. Mm-hmm. Right. Once it got that dark, they were like, "Where's he at?" And then they'd come outside and they'd scream really, really loud. And we lived so far out in the middle of nowhere, you could be a mile away and you would hear them, and you would scream back really loud. And that was basically your warning to get your ass to the house, and you saying, "Yeah, I got it. I'm on my way." Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's a different way. Mm-hmm. It's a different way. I don't care for it. I don't care for it at all. You know, we bought this house right here that we live in now. It was good for business. It was really good for business. We get a lot of traffic by here. We got a huge shop out here. It's good for business. I don't care for it for raising kids.
It's not good for growing up in the old ways.
It is not. It is not. But yes, we make our kids do chores. I think parents who don't make their kids do chores are doing such a disservice to children that it is borderline criminal. Because I'll be damned if my boys grow up thinking that their mama is going to do their laundry and come over and clean their house until they finally find some poor girl to do it that he's going to marry, and she's just going to sit around and do all his crap for him. No, because even it's either he finds some poor girl or some girl finds his poor ass. Either way, it doesn't go well for someone. And
we
I
need
just
to do what we can while they're this
right.
age.
8 years old. 8 years old. Yes, our children take out the garbage. Yes, our children wash the dishes. Yes, our children clean their bathroom and they wash their laundry. They fold their laundry. They put their laundry up at 8 years old.
They're responsible for their football gear. They're responsible for their school stuff, and they're responsible for making sure that their homework gets done. We check their homework. We help them with their homework. But we teach our boys responsibility. We're raising men.
Yep. We're not raising boys. And I'll be damned if I raise some entitled little brats. Like I'm not here for it. It irks me so bad to see all of these, and there's a lot of it at our generation too. Let's not get it twisted. But especially the generation up under us, out of the Zoomer generation.
These screen addicted.
Entitlement. Oh my God, the entitlement. The world owes them everything on a silver platter. I want to be a pro football star. I don't have to do nothing for it. They should just come knock on my door one day and go, hey, you want a contract to the NFL? We heard you play ball real good out in your front yard. You know what I'm saying? Like,
seen some videos from some Ring doorbell cameras.
Right. Man, you look like a beast. You need to come join us. It don't work that way. Anything in life worth doing, number one, is worth doing right. And anything in life that is going to make you successful, I do not care what it is, you're going to work hard.
Yeah.
You're going to work hard to be successful. Point blank, period. I don't care if you want to be a singer superstar or a comedic or a comedy superstar.
Or a video game designer.
A video game designer.
An engineer.
Any of it, you are going to work your ass off for it. If you want to be successful, you are going to work your ass off. And that is the number one thing that we have to get through our children's heads. Yes, you can be anything you want to be, anything you put your mind to, but you have to put your mind to it and you have to do it. You have to work for it. You have to work towards it. If you don't, you're never going to get it.
Exactly.
You're never going to get it. And then you'll just sit around and be bitter and wonder, why am I not getting the things that I want out of life? Well, you're not working for them. You're just expecting everybody to sit around and hand you everything, and I'm not handing you nothing. And sorry, not sorry again. I think that college is overrated.
Yeah.
If my boys want to go to college, they better hope they're really good at sports or they're like really, really smart. And I mean, so far they're both. So yeah. They got a chance at the scholarships, but daddy ain't paying for college, you know? So let me get this straight. You want me to pay for you to go party for the next 6 years? No. Tell you what, here's $50. You can go party for the weekend or something with your friends around here. No, I am not paying tens, hundreds of thousands of dollars for my children to go party for 6 years.
Absolutely not.
I'm not. That's just not going to happen.